Hi friends, today I am going to present a topic called insider threats, which is done by me, Ruthvik Nagabandi and Pavan Kumar Mundluri. Quickly, if we jump to the topic, what is an insider threat? So an insider threat is a malicious threat to an organization or to any company that comes from the people within the organization, like it may be employees or former employees, business associates, or the contractors, so who have like inside information, like the personal information about the company, like their practices, their security principles, and any other thing. This threat may be involved as a fraud or a theft of a confidential matter or a valuable information about the company. So the theft may be it may be intentional, or it may be a mistake that may create a threat to the company. Say they are always aware about everything about the company that can cause a threat for them. So the negative impacts may be like it may damage the image of the organization, or it may cause a loss of money, or it can also be a data breach, which may give more damages to the company. So the common reasons may be the employee negligence, the poor cyber security of the company, or personal aim to gain money or something else, and the malicious acts of the employees, or like they might be given money from other competitors or other company. They might be given some extra benefits from the external company to do this. So now we can see about the case one, that is the alloyed green leaf. They try to theft the trade secrets for getting a for getting gain or a business advantage. So when we go back to the January 2021, this incident happened at that time, when four lawyers of this firm did this for gaining the personal gain, for did this for their personal gain. So the company was based in Pennsylvania. The main intention of the attackers was to help the to help the Armstrong Tisdale, which is a law firm, which was launching its law firm in Delaware. So they did malicious activities, and also they erased all the emails. After doing that, that which could be the proof of this incident, they tried to tamper the tried to tamper the proof. So the consequences were the former lawyers stole a large number of work products of their firm and their firm records. So after that, the liability ability of the company to compete in Delaware was decreased and went down. Also, the Wilmington office was closed, and it had to remove the staff. There was no productivity there. These consequences were caused by that. So why it happened? So the report suggests that the authorities had placed an attack from around 4 months. They were planning an attack from 4 months, and they were copying the files of the firm from the database to the USB drive, and there was no authorization, and the activities were not noticed. So this type of attacks can be prevented by maintaining the backups of the email, and also we can use the employee monitoring software to prevent the attacks, which was not done by the firm. They have to monitor the employees. If the employees are having any possible outcomes for this, they have to do, and also have to maintain the backup such that the record could be noticed. Now we move to the second case, that is Dallas Police Department database leak, which was done by the employee negligence. So when we move backwards to April 2021, this attack was done, and there was a massive data loss due to the employee negligence. So an employee deleted 8.7 million important police files which were collected by Dallas Police Department as an evidence for the criminal cases, which included photos, videos, and etc. So most of the files were deleted, which was family violence cases. That category crime files were deleted from the database. So the consequences was that more than 23 terabytes of data was deleted, and only 3 terabyte was recovered from that. So the lost archives, like the law the date the deleted data which had it included uh, evidences uh, uh, evidences for the cases like violence cases and convictional cases, and more than 17,500 cases were impacted, and the judgment was not given properly to them by the district court. And now like now if we see, we can see why it was happened. Like the IT worker was not trained enough properly for moving files from cloud storage, and there was no fraud or malicious activities taken place there. It was only the employee negligence. um it was also observed that the technician only had taken only 2 or 3 classes for the data storage classes. He didn't have a proper training, like um, and he also didn't pay attention to the backups, and also didn't verify if there was an existing copy before for this type of file. So this can be prevented, like the cyber security policy on the police department should be maintained very regularly. There should be regular data backups which they can back up in uh, Google Drive or iCloud storage. And same here, they have to keep a monitoring that what the employee is doing in his system, and if he is doing anything wrong, that should be detected in the employee monitoring software. And the employee should be given proper knowledge transfer, or KT, and they also should be having proper training courses for the employees such that they learn new things and they can do the work properly. So last and final case, but the Marriott data leak due to the due to the third party was attacked. So, if we look into this case, we all know that Marriott is a successful hotel or hotel chain all over the world. So, I was very surprised to know that a big company like Marriott also underwent this kind of attack. So, this attack happened due to the third party application which was compromised by the hackers or the attackers. The attackers had gained nearly 5.2 million guest information who stayed in Marriott, including the passport data, contact information, birthdays, and other data. Marriott security team had noticed a suspicious activity, and they thought it was also a data breach. So the consequences were more than 339 million guests were affected due to this attack, which also resulted in payment of 18.4 million dollars fine by the Marriott. Um, Due to this, the company had failed to comply with the GDPR requirements. It was The report suggested that it wasn't the first data breach in Marriott. it was happened before in 2018 also. So why did it happen? So the report suggests that the attacker had compromised the credential of two Marriott employees to log into the hotel chain's third-party application. So the hotel system did not recognize any activity of these employees for the profits for 2 months. So it was an attack by a third-party application. So we can prevent this by using third-party vendor monitoring solutions, and we can also prevent this by using the user and entity behavior analytics. So finally, what surprised me? Um, so we in the first case we can see that the employees had sell the information for their own benefit for to another firm or to another company. Uh, like in the second case, we can see it's a employee negligence. It was a small negligence that employee didn't attend the KT sessions properly. That's why he had an big loss. And third one was a third party attacker attacked the credentials of the existing employees, and the data was affected by that. So in these three scenarios, I see it's a small mistakes which are done by the humans, which led to a big attacks. Excluding the first case, second and third case had was a small negligence or like a small thing which led to this big kind of attacks. And in the first case, we can see the employees uh, were expecting some benefits or some gain by the other companies. So here the firms should think that uh, they should take care of the employees properly. I don't say that Elliot firm didn't take care of the employees, but by my understanding, I understand that we have to take care of the employees, so and we have to treat them good, so such that they are very trustful to us and they don't do this kind of stuff or don't sell the data to the other firm for the money or for any other benefits. So like consequences of insider threats, this I would have added in first, but now after explaining each and every situation in each and every case, I think all of you might have understood what are the possible consequences of these kind of data breaches or these kind of insider threats. First would be financial losses, which we saw in the Marriott case, and for which we saw in the Marriott case, renewed business reputation, which we saw in the Elliott firm case, regulatory fines, which this is also which we saw in the Marriott case. So each and every consequences are faced by different types of scenarios or different types of cases. So yeah, this was my presentation, and thank you guys and girls.